Sige. So good evening, everyone. So thank you for your time na for attending our event tonight. So yung topic natin for this evening is Forex trading. So I'll be discussing the first part of this event. And Julius, my partner, will be discussing the second part, which is the Amaris EA. So may bago tayong trading software for our community. So we can now diversify our funds to spread the risk. Balik. So before I start, so I am Mark Daryl D. So some of you know me already. So I'll just be giving a small background or brief background of myself. So I've been in the financial services industry for 10 years already. So I'm a financial planner. So basically yung background ko is I'm a nursing graduate. But napunta ako sa business, sa investing kasi yan yung passion ko. So kaya after I graduated in nursing, nag-focus ako sa investing sa business. So I'm a certified associate financial planner of the Philippines and also a registered financial planner of the Philippines or RFP. So I'm also a board member of the Filipino Cebuano Business Club. So dito sa Cebu, so I have my own business also. So this is my business, DT Trading Company. So we are a supplier of sugar dito sa Cebu. So yung mga clients namin like yung mga bakeries, yung mga manufacturing companies like King's Quality Foods, yung gumagawa ng bacon, ham, etc. So any company that uses sugar as their ingredient, so potential client namin yan. So I'm also the founder of Cryptocurrency Community Cebu. So this is a Facebook group that's spreading awareness about crypto and Bitcoin dito sa Cebu. So you can also join if you're into cryptocurrency or into Bitcoin. So just search our Facebook group. So I'm also the founder of Market Wizards Community in Forex. So my community offers EA or trading software sa mga clients natin. So kaya ngayon may bago kaming software na i-launch yung Amaris EA. So si Julius na yung magdi-discuss later on. So just stay tuned lang, guys. So right now we'll be talking about Forex trading. So yung topic ko lang dito is just an overview lang, no? So I won't go into the technical details talaga because I'm expecting na yung mga attendees ngayon is nag-learn pa about Forex or they want to expand their knowledge more. So at least this is open to all, yung makarelate ba. So I won't discuss yung mga daming numbers, etc. So baka nosebleed yan sa mga attendees. So what is Forex? So Forex basically is short for foreign exchange. So Forex trading means you're buying and selling currencies from different countries. So if na-experience nyo na guys na mag-travel abroad, like pupunta ka sa US. So if from the Philippines ka, so yung currency natin dito is peso. So what you need to do is pupunta ka sa bank or money changer. So you need to exchange your peso to US dollar. So that itself is
yung slides mo ata hindi siya
okay,
naka-slide. I mean naka-full.
Okay, sorry. Ito okay na?
Yan, okay na.
Mali pala, sorry. So again guys, what is Forex? So Forex is short for foreign exchange. So Forex trading means you're buying and selling currencies from different countries. Yung sinabi ko earlier, if mag-travel ka abroad, so you need to exchange your local currency like the peso, exchange mo to US dollar, pupunta ka ng US. Or if pupunta ka ng Singapore, so you need to exchange your peso to Singaporean dollar or SGD. So yan yung basically guys yung Forex trading. But right now, because of the internet, so we can do Forex trading in our mobile phones, in our laptops, in our computers. So that's the advantage. We can make money na even nasa bahay ka lang or gamit yung gadget mo. So Forex also, or the foreign exchange, is the largest financial market in the world. And it is also the most liquid, meaning ang laki ng circulation ng pera dito sa industry na ito sa forex. So it is open from Monday to Friday. So it depends on the time zone no, sa Philippines. Open yung market sa forex from Monday morning until Saturday morning around 5 a.m. So 24 hours yan. So you can trade 24 hours. So may mga manual traders din, but usually yung ginagamit sa mga newbies or yung bago sa industries yung EA or yung software para passive na sa side ng client. And this market determines the foreign exchange rates of every currency. That's why we can notice or pupunta tayo sa bank, yung rate ng dollar mag-fluctuate daily. Or pupunta ka ng money changer, so magkaiba yung rate. So it's because maraming factors kung bakit nag-up and down yung mga currencies or yung value ng currencies. So the forex market is a 6.6 trillion per day market. So I think ngayon it's more than 6 trillion na because every day this industry is growing. So maraming pera pumapasok sa industry na ito. If we compare it sa NYSE or sa New York Stock Exchange, this is the biggest stock market in the world, no? So they are trading around $22 billion per day. Meaning every day, so may pumapasok na 22 billion nagsi-circulate sa industry. So how much more if we compare it sa Philippine Stock Exchange or the PSE? So right now, we are averaging around 150 million. So it depends. Ngayong pandemic, if nag-pull out yung mga foreign investors, so bababa yung liquidity or yung money circulation sa PSE. So if we can notice guys, the bigger the money circulation or the liquidity, so mas malaki yung potential profit or earnings dyan. So this is just a visual representation no, sa forex market compared sa other financial market. So the forex market talaga is the biggest financial market in the world. So makikita nyo naman sa image. So these are the major currencies in the world. So if a country's currency is considered a major currency, meaning malaki yung economy ng specific country like the US, Canada, the UK, sa Europe, sa Switzerland, Australia, and so on. So these are the mostly traded currencies in the world. So nakikita natin na walang peso, no? So hindi kasama yung Philippines kasi yung currency natin or local currency is considered an exotic currency. So napakaliit yung economy natin compared to these countries. The slide. So in the financial market, guys, so there's a general rule. So this is just the basic, no? So maraming factors. So if good yung economy, most likely their currency goes up in value. So maraming factors, just like if maraming may trabaho sa specific country, walang corruption or low yung corruption, low yung crime rate, maganda yung leaders, so maraming projects yung government, maganda yung benefits, so most likely tataas yung value or yung economy, value ng economy. So in return also, so their currency will go up in value. So if bad naman yung economy, so maraming corruption, for example, pangit yung leaders, maraming walang trabaho, mataas yung crime rate and so on. So it will put the value of the currency down. So ito lang yung basic guys kung bakit up and down yung value ng currency. So at least alam niyo yung general rule. So few weeks ago, if you noticed, if you're an investor also, no, not just in forex, like sa stocks, may crypto ka, diversified ka. So grabe yung drop ng market recently. It's because yung US dollar, it reached a 20-year high. So yung nangyari kasi is yung US Federal Reserve Bank, so they are the sa US, so they're the ones who control the US dollar. They can print or they can do quantitative tightening. So yung ginawa kasi nila is na-notice nila yung inflation, grabe tumaas ng lately yung CPI, I think 6 or 7%, but it's more than that pa talaga. So nagmamahalan lahat ng commodities, yung basic necessities. So if you can notice ito sa Philippines nga, yung prices ng oil napakataas, di ba? So it's because of the UK, Russian war, and also the US printing trillions of dollars during COVID lockdown. So the reason why tumaas yung value ng dollar is because they increased the interest rates sa central banks. So in return, so yung mga may maraming utang, like yung mga halos lahat kasi ng countries, maraming mga corporation also is may utang yan lahat. So kapag marami kang utang kasi billions of dollars or multi-millions of dollars, so kapag tataas ng interest rate say 1%, 2%, so tataas din yung mga payments mo. So yung mga risky assets like stocks, crypto, Bitcoin, and other currencies na against sa US dollar, so bumaba talaga yung value because yung mga investors, they went to a safe haven. So naghanap sila ng safe zone sa mga pera nila. So since sumaas yung dollar, so of course pupunta talaga sila sa dollar yung pera nila. So they will migrate their funds to the US dollar. So yan yung nangyari. Kaya yung gumagamit ng EH at nag-trade ng dollar, so may iba na stop out, may iba tumaas yung drawdown, ganyan. So it's because of this. So just like CNN, they posted last May 13, so more than $10 trillion has been wiped out from the US stock market this year. So napakalaki ng value yung wipe out sa US stock market. So even Bitcoin and crypto, so it drops in value. So marami yung natamaan. So this is the reason why. So it's good also that we are updated sa mga macro events, global macro events that is happening around the world. So at least may idea tayo, even basic lang, it's very important also. So yung isa sa pair na grabe yung movement few weeks ago was the GBP USD. So ito yung chart na nag-screenshot ako para makita ninyo. Yung drop niya, yung yellow vertical line, or yung slanting line going down, it's one of the biggest drops sa GBP USD. If you compare it to the previous candlestick pattern, if you compare it backwards. So recently, grabe yung drop. So I think it's around 900 pips yung drop niya. So napakalaki yung drawdown ito because of the news event happening recently. So ito yung isa sa mga reasons, guys. So isa lang yung GBP USD na nag-move na malaki. So may iba din, Euro USD, yung AUD USD, USD CAD, and other currencies that are traded against the dollar. And also the stocks yung na-mention earlier, yung Bitcoin, crypto, and so on. So yung basic lang, guys, kapag tataas or kapag nagsuspenden yung US dollar, yung mga financial assets like stocks, real estate, crypto, it will drop in value. So vice versa naman, kapag mag-weaken yung dollar or mag-drop yung value sa dollar, so the financial assets also will increase in value. So tataas yung stocks, Bitcoin, crypto, or other currencies that is traded against the dollar. So yan yung lang basic para malaman ninyo yung analogy. So who trades Forex and why? So this is also important na malaman natin yung mga players sa Forex. So number one are the banks. So they are the biggest players in the Forex market because they will provide liquidity in the market. So every country may central bank yan. So they will trade currencies. So may income sila dyan. So it's one of the income streams sa banks, yung pagtitrade ng Forex. Kaya if you notice, kapag bibili ka ng dollar sa bank, iba yung price niya kapag ibebenta mo na. So buying and selling, iba yung prices. So that is called spread. So let's say yung price sa pagbili mo is 52 yung rate. Tapos kung gusto mo naman ibenta is yung rate niya is maliit, 51 lang. So there's a 1 peso difference. So yan yung tinatawag natin na spread. So diyan sila isa yan sa mga income stream sila. So they will make money out of it. So the second players are the corporation and investment companies. So let's just say my car manufacturing sa Japan, let's say Toyota. So some of their parts or spare parts sa mga ginagawa nila ng sasakyan, no? So they will outsource it sa ibang countries. So yung yan nila, let's say bibilis lang ng parts sa US, so they need to exchange their yen to US dollar or vice versa. So kaya tinitignan din nila yung mga movement or yung value ng currencies for today, for this week, of the coming months. So big factor kasi yan because of their transaction volume, napakalaki, worth millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's a big factor. And the third player are the retail traders. So tayo mga ordinary people, we have a gadget, laptop, tablet sa bahay, so we can trade online, so we can participate. So we are just a small portion of the ratio sa forex market, so yung biggest of the banks and the corporation investment companies. So how does forex trading work? Ito yung flow niya. So yung retail traders tayo, so we can buy and sell via MT4. So the mostly used trading platform is the MT4. So may MT5 na rin, so maliit lang yung ratio na gumagamit compared sa MT4. Because yung MT5 mas malaki yung commission nila and so on, and mas advanced na rin siya compared sa MT4. But sa lahat ng kilala ko, I think 90% gumagamit ng MT4. Even yung mga full-time trader, MT4 yung ginagamit nila. So we need to open also a forex broker because they are the licensed and regulated companies to accept our funds. So dito tayo magde-deposit and mag-withdraw sa forex broker. So it's very important also to choose a broker that is regulated and matagal na sa industry. So later on, I will show you which brokers yung ginagamit namin ni Julius na regulated. So how risky is forex trading? So just like any form of investment, guys, forex trading involves risk. So we don't give any guarantees like mag-trade ka dito, gumamit ka sa EA, mag-manual trading ka, 100% winning ratio yan. So walang ganyan sa totoong trading. May risk talaga. Even if you put up a business, may risk yan. Mag-franchise ka ng food cart or kiosk or restaurant, mag-open ka, may risk lahat yan. That's why in real life, we need to risk in order for us to get a return. So no return or no risk, no return. So that's why we need to manage our risk also, guys. So don't go all in one investment. So you need to diversify also. So the currency markets can experience sharp fluctuations, just like the stock or commodity markets, even the crypto market. So may mga volatility yan na tinatawag. It's because of news events or any economic factor na nangyayari. So the role of forex trading software or EA is to manage and minimize risk. Because based on statistics, guys, maraming natatalo sa forex, especially yung manual trading. Because big factor yung emotion, yung greed at saka fear. So yan yung major emotions na control sa tao. At least when you're using a software, an EA, depends on the strategy, no? So it will remove the emotions, not unless may drawdown ka ng experience. So of course, magiging emotion na tayo kapag malaki yung drawdown. And only use extra money or risk capital that you don't need. So don't put all your savings in one form of investment, like nag-all-in ka sa stocks, nag-all-in ka sa Bitcoin, crypto, or sa isang software. Don't do that. That's very risky. So you need to spread your capital. May savings ka, may emergency funds ka, may insurance, may business ka, may maraming investments. So spread your capital to lessen your risk. So yan yung ginagamit ko na strategy kami ni Julius. So it's all about diversification. So what is a robot or expert advisor? Basically, yung sa forex, yung tawag sa robot is EA or expert advisor. Layman's term lang yung robot para ma-simplify. So a robot or EA is a software that makes trading decisions on behalf of the trader. So instead ikaw yung mag-analyze, so yung EA, it depends on the strategy sa algorithm niya. So ano yung entry point niya, ano yung exit point, and so on. So sa forex market kasi, guys, ang daming EAs, marami talaga yung yung mga robots out there. But may different strategies yan, each EA. So you need to choose wisely also. And walang guaranteed na EA, so it can be hit with any market volatility because we cannot predict the future movement of the market. So anytime, let's just say ngayon yung pandemic, so walang nakapredict yan, yung COVID-19 ganyan, so it's very hard to predict. So the robot or EA will analyze the chart for you. So ito yung basic chart guys no sa Euro USD on a daily time frame. So this is what you call a candlestick pattern. So each candle may movement yan. So yung green is for tumaas yung price, yung red bumaba yung price. So this is very basic lang. I won't go into details sa technical analysis. So how does the robot work? So yung may-ari ng robot or nag-control sa robot, so sila yung mag-install, which is kami ni Julius, no? So may option. Sa Amaris din is, which will be discussed by Julius, so may option ng client, they can control the robot. So it depends on your risk appetite. You can change the settings and so on. So maraming options. So after mo ma-install yung robot, so the robot will buy and sell currencies on your behalf. So it depends on the settings used. So at least para siyang plug and play, no? So it will place orders sa MT4. So you can check on your MT4 app. So ano yung trades niya, yung profit and loss niya, yan. So you can see it very transparent. So these are the forex brokers na ginagamit namin. So first is FX-Primus. So one of the reasons because yung FX-Primus napakaganda yung support nila. So may Philippine support sila. Tapos matagalan namin kilala yung mga top executives sa FX-Primus kami ni Julius. So we've been with FX-Primus since 2017. So si Julius parang ganyan din 2017, 2018. So kaya isa sa ginagamit talaga namin sa FX-Primus. And they are more than 10 years also sa industry. So dami ng awards nila ganyan. And marami na rin offices globally. They have millions of traders na sa kanilang platform. So they're very trusted, also very reliable yung FX-Primus. So deposit and withdrawal, walang problema. So daming options. Isa sa ginagamit na namin is Infinox broker. So matagal na din sila sa industry and may Philippine support din. So maganda yung dashboard nila. So napakadaling gamitin and so on. So ito yung dalawang ginagamit namin. FX-Primus at saka Infinox na broker. So I think this is the end of my presentation. So yung ginagamit sa EAs namin guys is the MP4. So take note, my EAs din na under MP5. So it depends on the code and or the algorithm sa EA. So yung sa EA natin is MP4. So Julius will be discussing about the Amaris EA sa second portion. So this will be the end of my presentation. No? And if you have questions, guys, i-reserve nyo na lang sa end part. So we will open the Q&A portion after sa presentation ni Julius. Jul? Okay,
Hello, wait lang. Arka, saglit.
sige.
Hello? Okay lang ba? Rinig ba ako? Loud and clear lang?
Loud and clear.
Okay, sige. Mag-share ako ng screen saglit. Alright, so yun, sige, let me start with my presentation. Kanina, actually, Mark was sharing regarding Forex basics. So, lahat ba tayo matagal na nag-trade or sino ba dito yung more than 1 year na nagte-trade? Meron ba? Pwede kayo mag-chat? Okay. Okay. May si Jomar ano ata starter daw siya. Oh, so ano lang beginner this year lang ata kayo nag-trade sir no. Anyway, ako naman I've been trading for ano na 8 years na ako nagte-trade but more on stocks ako before and then I transitioned to foreign exchange. Medyo ano kami nauna lang ata si Mark na mga a month or two sa akin before I started in trading sa ano sa forex. So anyway, mag-share ako ng screen. So by the way, this is my background. I'm Engineer Julius Montejo. I'm an electronics engineer by profession. I'm also a CEO marketing director of one of the biggest broker din dito sa Philippines. Then I'm president of the Wise Concepts. We are selling actually burgers, yung mushroom burgers. Yun isa sa ano namin, isa sa negosyo din. Then 8 years na experience ko sa financial industry. Then I'm a registered financial planner of the Philippines and life license underwriter. So medyo matagal na rin ako nagte-trade and tonight I'll be sharing to you my ano din my expertise regarding foreign exchange kasi ang story kasi nito before we were trading with Mark before but we were using an EA na hindi namin masyadong alam yung strategy kasi nagbaborrow lang kami ng EA from US. So then after may mga 'di ba may time na talagang nag-COVID and grabe yung movement ng market, we decided to stop muna ang trading because grabe din yung risk. Then during that time, I started developing my own softwares din kasi my background I'm ano din programmer. So I started developing software. Actually, I have two softwares but this software ito yung i-introduce namin sa inyo kasi ang software na ito much safer and more on for long-term growth ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So Amaris this is the software Amaris. So anyway, this is my community din AI Traders Lounge. So nag-combine kami ngayon ni Mark sa Market Wizards. And the mission actually is to build a community of traders that are equipped with our expert advisors. Vision to become one of the biggest community of traders that uses AI technology. So yun, and disclaimer lang before we start, trading foreign exchange currencies as well as using trade software is risky and you should only trade with money you are willing to lose. Results are not guaranteed. This is not a solicitation for investment of any kind. One should learn all the risks associated with trading and software trading before getting involved. This presentation is for informational purposes only. All potential earnings described in this presentation will vary dependent on your work ethic, hours you spend on this project, and quality of customers you refer. So, yun. And, okay. So, first off, mag-share lang ako sa sa strategies ng Amaris. So, Amaris actually, I developed it for the purpose talaga na kasi pag sinabi kasi nating forex, hindi kasi siya talaga pag sinabi mong forex talagang trading yung pinag-uusapan eh. It's you could easily earn money, you could also easily lose money, 'di ba? Pag sinasabi mong foreign exchange trading, especially if leverage trading, but wala kasing masyadong software that is for long-term growth. So that is why I developed this software. Actually, ang Amaris kinuha ko siya sa word na promised by God. So yun yung history kaya naisipan ko Amaris yung niya yung name. So it's more for long term, 'di ba? So because promises are made for long term. So yun yung natin, yun yung goal natin na maka-create tayo ng software na talagang maka-grow ng money not in a way na get rich quick scheme na way. Ang gusto natin talagang long term, magstay siya for how many years yung account natin mag-grow. So Amaris na strategies, ito po yung mga strategies niya. So identify support and resistance, uses ATR for TP and SL. It also uses 1/2 reward ratio, trades with the trend, read candlesticks, hedges when it detects possible trend reversal. Amaris orders are based from ATR, 50 EMA, stochastic, and candlestick, so it does not stack a lot of trades. So later I'll discuss more regarding sa strategies niya. So isa sa strategy na ginagamit ni Amaris for her to actually anong tawag nito, makita niya yung trend is itong EMA 50. So yung EMA 50, and I think for some of you gumagamit ng EMA sa chart nila. So basically it will basically pag above siya, or ito yung trend indicator, pag above yung price and usually nag-follow yung price sa line, kumbaga nag-act siya support and resistance ang line niya. So ibig sabihin like this image, naka downtrend ito, 'di ba? So naka downtrend ito kasi kung titingnan nyo, parang ginawa niyang support and resistance yung EMA 50. So pag nasa taas naman ito and continuous yung trend niya, basically naka-uptrend na naman tayo. So ito yung isa sa strategy po na ginagamit ng Amaris. Apart from that, stochastic, we are also using stochastic. So when we talk about stochastic, ang ginamit ko na figure for overbought is 70 and oversold is 30. So pag nag-drop sa 30, ibig sabihin oversold. Ang ginagawa ni Amaris is dinidetect niya pag nag-crossover yung blue sa red na line, itong nakikita ninyo dito sa indicator. So basically, meaning merong possible trend reversal or possible na na-touch na siya sa kanyang support, 'di ba? And pataas na naman yung price niya. The same with this dito po. 'Di ba? Kung nakikita nyo, nag-crossover na yung blue sa red na line. So basically nag-touch na naman dito. So yun yung isa sa strategy. So the same if nasa taas din, if nag-crossover dito, kung titingnan nyo, 'di ba? Nasa ano na rin siya sa kanyang resistance. So nag-drop din yung price. So isa ito sa tinitingnan din ni Amaris. So yung crossover, and if below ang above, if overbought meaning magse-sell tayo, below oversold meaning magbabuy tayo kasi maliit yung value, 'di ba, ng tinitrade natin na pair. And of course, it identifies support and resistance. So I think for some of you, if matagal na nag-trade, support is basically a price na, kumbaga ito yung price na baseline na price na nagsusupport. I mean, hindi agad nakaka-drop yung price. So dito talagang bumabalik or nagre-resist yung price at the support. Okay? Then resistance, from the term resistance, so basically hindi rin basta-basta nakakapag-shoot up yung price. Kumbaga if may resistance diyan, possible pa mag-drop and then balik ulit. So ito sa ano dito sa description, makikita niyo yung support and resistance. Okay. Yun, I mean sa image. Then Amaris settings, so we have a couple of settings sa Amaris, pero i-discuss ko na lang po yung mga important na settings. Anyway, lot size, kayo na po yung maglagay kung anong lot size ang gusto ninyo. Mamaya magbigay ako ng recommendation. Lot size is basically ang lot na i-open niya. Lot size na i-open niya. Ang default naka 0.01 yan. This is the lowest lot size for a standard account and an ECN account. And allowable spread is basically ito yung spread na allowed para mag-trade siya, because there are times sa market, 'di ba? Pag let's say low volume, delikado, 'di ba? And pag sinabi natin grabe yung spread, matagal din mag-TP. Tagal mag-TP, and in a way hindi rin hindi siya magandang trade pag sobrang laki ng spread. So usually pag low ang volume ng trading, like mga 3 AM ng umaga dito sa Pinas, 5 AM, hindi nagte-trade sa Amaris kasi dinidetect niya if ang spread is above the allowable spread. So let's say kung 20 ang linagay ko dito na spread, it is in points, so 2 pips ito. So pag lumagpas ng 2 pips yung spread, hindi na siya magte-trade. It is a safety feature also. Then active trail stop, if ines mo ito, so basically mag-trail stop siya, mamaya i-discuss ko ano yung trail stop. Then cost average mode, ito naka-yes lang dapat. And max number of levels, maximum trades per pair. So ilang levels ba sa isang pair ang maximum na ma-order ng EA natin. So for example, let's say Euro USD, ang gusto mo lang 10 hanggang 10 trades lang. So ang gagawin niya, if 10 nakalagay diyan, ang allowable na trades sa Euro USD for one for one transaction or like buy or sell. So 10 for buy, 10 for sell. Ganun siya. So maximum lang ng 10 level, okay? For that one. And then we also have lot size multiplier. It multiplies the lot size when it reaches the allowable level to multiply. So kung basically, 'di ba nagko-cost average kasi siya. So you have a control kung kailan niya i-multiply yung lot size. So let's say for example, level 5, i-multiply ko yung lot size. So ilagay mo doon level that allow lot size multiplier. Ito po. Ito na setting. So naka-default dito is 10. So on the 10th level, mag-multiply yung initial lot size na 0.01 by 1.35 kasi ito yung lot size multiplier mo. Then you could also kayo na rin pwede niyo ring i-dictate kung kailan ba ang robot mag-trade. Gusto nyo mag-trade every day, pwede mong i-yes lahat yan. Gusto nyo na wag mag-trade sa Tuesday, pwede nyong i-no. Okay, but of course, Monday to Friday lang naman yung trading. But meron kasi sa time kasi natin dito sa Philippines, of course, merong ma-hit sa Saturday, 'di ba? Kasi Saturday morning kasi US is still open sa ano natin dito sa mga around 6 AM sa atin dito, still open pa yung US sa Saturday, 'di ba? And Sunday also night, meron na mag-open din na country for forex trading. So kaya nandito po lahat, okay, yung days. So may gusto kang araw na ayaw mo ipa-trade yung robot, so kayo na po yung mag-edit dito na ino nyo ito. So you have the control sa settings. You could play with it if you want, but I would advise if you are new to trading, stick with the default settings, okay? Then ito yung strategy niya, isa sa strategy niya. So mag-share lang ako. So lot size, level that allow. So let's say you set the EA, nag-set ka ng settings, no? Yung lot size na sinet mo is 0.01. Yung lot size multiplier is 1.35. Yung level that allow lot size multiplier is 2 and the max number of level is 10. So mangyayari niyan, let's say the EA na-detect niya, oy, okay na yung tatlong indicator na-detect niya. Yung ano niya, let's say ano ba dito? Buy niya. So nag-buy siya kasi na-detect niya na uptrend siya using the EMA50. Na-detect niya na nag-crossover na yung stochastic and oversold na. So nag-buy siya. And another strategy is tiningnan niya na-touch na ba sa support. So okay, na-touch na sa support. Yung candlestick niya, ano ba? Is it green, 'di ba? So okay na ba for a buy? May indicator na ba yung candlestick for a buy? So pag meron siyang confluence, lahat, okay lahat yung yung strategy niya, mag-buy siya. Pag nag-buy siya, basically, 'di ba, may TP siya based on the ATR or average true range. Ngayon, there are times talaga na kahit ang ganda ng placement ng position ng robot, there are times that you'll never know, may news bigla na darating. For example, the Russia and Ukraine na nag-aggravate na war, biglaan lang. Or suddenly, may in-announce ang Fed sa US. Let's say, mag-cut ng interest rate or mag-raise ng interest rate. It would actually affect, di ba, the USD. Especially yung sinabi ni Mark kanina, since nag-increase ng interest rate ang Fed sa USD, people are now thinking of USD as a safe haven. Kasi malaking interest rate na basically when the Fed increased the interest rate of borrowing money becomes high, so mas favorable siya na mag-invest ka. Kasi high interest rate for anong tawag nito, borrowing, high interest rate for investing. So nangyayari, it's actually to offset inflation. Yun yung pag-increase ng rates sa Fed. So basically, kaya ngayon talaga nag-pump yung USD. So if you look at it, if Euro USD nag-pump, let's say nag-buy ka, ang USD niya nag-pump, 'di ba? So basically the value will go down kasi you sell euro, you buy USD. So nag-drop yung value. So pag nag-drop ang value because of the sudden surge sa USD, so the Amaris would again look at the indicators. So pag drop niya, hindi mo na siya magbabay, but it could sell in between. Pwede siyang nag-change na yung trend niya, pwede siyang mag-hedge. Kumbaga, so mag-sell din ako kasi nag-iba yung trend. Pero yung buy niya, hindi niya ikakat. Ang buy niya, basically, maghintay siyang another entry based from the indicators, maglagay siya ng another buy. Now, how do you detect or how do you determine kung kailan yung buy ulit kailan siya ulit maglagay ng buy? So, range between trades will depend on the ATR. So, average true range ang binabasihan niya kung maglagay ba siya ng another buy. Okay? The level that allow lot size multiplier, ang sinet natin is 2. Meaning, on the second level or after 2, on the second level, mag-ano siya, or every 2 levels, mag-multiply siya ng lot size niya. So, if ang sinet mo is 0.01, pagdating niya ng second level, kasi 2 yung multiplier mo dito, level that allow lot size multiplier, so 0.01 times 1.35, magiging 0.02 ito. So basically, the TP, hindi na siya doon sa sobrang layo na. The TP will lalapit na yung TP. 'Di ba? Mga dito na siguro. Bakit? Kasi may in-order ka sa baba na kumbaga, ito yung nagko-cost average para mas madali nang ma-hit yung take profit mo. Then, lot size equals to 0.02. So, basically, hanggang sa umabot siya sa level 4, before siya mag-multiply ng lot size. 'Di ba? Kasi by 2 yung natin, yung level that allow lot size multiplier, every 2 levels. Ganun siya. So, yun, ang TP, bumaba na. Then, sa 0.02 din, if nag-order siya dito, ang TP, bababa din dito. So, and the max level that we set is 10. So, hanggang 10 orders lang ang magagawa ng robot. Now, the default actually is wala siyang ang level that allow lot size multiplier is 10. I would suggest that you stick with the default unless if talagang aggressive kayo. Kasi if aggressive kayo, gusto nyo ng madaling kita, then you could actually change the level that allow lot size multiplier. Pero pag kagaya ko na ang tinitingnan ko sa EA is more on long term, if kagaya nyo, if pareho tayo ng mindset, so iset ko lang na level 10 pa multiply para hindi delikado if ever naman hindi mag-reverse yung market, hindi ganoon kalaki yung drawdown. Okay? So, ito yung recommended pairs for non-cost average na for the Amaris, okay? Recommendation niya Euro USD, Euro GBP, GBP USD, NZD USD, and USD CAD, and AUD USD. Sorry, nagkamali ako to. Recommended pairs lang ito. Yun. So recommended pairs, Euro USD, Euro GBP, GBP USD, NZD USD, and USD CAD, and AUD USD. The reason kaya ito yung mga pinipili namin na pairs kasi hindi masyadong drastic yung movement, unlike sa JPY and CHF na pairs. But of course, right now, it's a different event din this year kasi talagang USD nagpa-pump up eh. But based from previous talaga na historical record, hindi masyadong grabe yung movement ng mga pairs na ito. Okay, so backtesting, Amaris default settings. So ito yung backtesting natin. Itong Euro USD na backtesting ko, if you remember January 2020, 'di ba? For the whole 2020, grabe yung COVID talaga na events. So nag-survive naman siya hanggang February 28, 2021 ang testing na ito. So ang 1,000 initial deposit just for one pair naging 1,197.66. So basically nag-gain ka ng around 20% in a year. 'Di ba? Or in a year and 2 months. So sa isang pair. So if meron kang let's say 6 pairs, 'di ba? So 120% in a year, 'di ba? So GBP USD, ito naman around 20% din, nag-gain siya ng 203.25 USD from January 15, 2020 to October 28, 2020. Ang reason guys kaya magkakaiba yung backtest na date ko kasi tinitingnan ko kung kailan lahat ng trades magko-close talaga kasi 'di ba may drawdown pang matitira. So tinitingnan ko sa ang date na talagang lahat ng trades ma-close. Yun yung tinitingnan ko, but na ano naman siya na within sa 2020, kung titingnan nyo, nailagay naman yung events ng COVID talaga kasi nagrabe yung COVID mga around March, di ba? Nag-lockdown, sobrang dami ng companies nag-close. So basically, kung titingnan nyo, nag-survive talaga siya sa 2020. So of course, backtest is one way for us to see if reliable ba yung EA natin, but forward testing talaga mas reliable siya na source of result. So anyway, pakita ko sa inyo mamaya din ang forward testing. Then USD JPY, January 1, 2020 to November 4, 2020. Although ito sinali ko ang USD JPY, we don't advise this kasi grabe talaga ka-drastic yung ano niya din movement. Pero pakita ko lang sa inyo na despite the JPY na pair, nag-survive pa rin siya within 2020. So I think alam nyo naman kung gaano kagrabe talaga ang movement. With a minimal drawdown na 5% lang, 5.07% during the time na nagka-pandemic. So if titingnan ninyo, the same right now na may Russia and Ukraine war, medyo may pagkaganito din ang movement. Maabot ng 1,000 pips plus yung drop ng market. So if nag-survive siya doon, basically mag-survive din siya sa mga future na events na katulad ng COVID. So forward testing, note past results is not indicative of future results. This is not a solicitation to invest. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. So forward testing, December 27, 2021 to May 18, 2022. Actually, si Amaris, ginawa ko siya noon nung bagong nagka-pandemic. Kaso lang na-busy ako sa ibang businesses din. Kasi grabe talaga yung challenges din during that time. So natapos ko siya kasi medyo na okay na mga 2021 last quarter. So nag-trade ako mga December. So ito yung result so far. So sa 1,500 USD ko, meron akong 464.01 USD na kita for this one. Okay? And it survived even though itong pair, itong itong ginamit kong account, this is not recommended. Sinubukan ko lang. Okay? The nice thing about you, pag nag-start kayo, mayroon na kaming recommendation, maganda, kasi nasubukan na namin yung ibang pairs. So ito, linagyan ko ng JPY and CHF. If you look at the charts of Euro JPY, USD JPY, and USD CHF, mapapakamot ka talaga sa ulo sa grabe sa movement. So but anyway, the EA survived. Nasa mga 39% ata yung drawdown niya. So if you look at that movement, maaring sobrang laki na ng drawdown mo during that time, aabot siguro ng more than 50% or even 80% if if nag-trade ka during that time with an EA. Pero ito, nag-survive siya. Then we also have ito sa 11,327 USD na account ko, naka 967 USD na siya from April 5, 2021 to May 18, 2022 po ito, sorry. Yan. So April 5, 2022 to May 18, 2022. So yan yung mga pairs. Ito yung standard na or yung recommended namin na pairs, Euro USD, Euro GBP, GBP USD, USD CAD, and we have AUD USD and ZD USD. Ito yung mga recommended pairs po so far na papagamit namin sa inyo. And nag-open ako ng ganito kalaking account dahil gusto ko ring ma-try yung ibang pairs na hindi masyadong malikot. Okay? Unlike JPY and CHF na talagang madali siyang i-manipulate sa market. So, Amari settings recommendation, recommendation 1, if 0.01 per 1,000 po tayo, 3 pairs. Kung 3 pairs gagamitin ninyo, pero kung 6 pairs gagamitin ninyo, 0.01 per 2,000. Okay? So, ito yung how to get started. So, dito na tayo, how to get started. you open an FX broker account, you use our links. Okay, so may link na ipoprovide kami sa inyo for FX Primos or one of our broker is Infinox. And register for Amaris, yan yung form. Diyan kayo mag-register po. May mga details na ako needed para ma-activate yung account. Okay? So, then pay for the BPS. So, pag I think diniscuss ito ni Mark kanina regarding sa pag-run ng EA, we need a virtual private server. So, ang virtual private server is basically ito yung kasi pag hindi ka gumamit ng VPS, pwede ka naman mag-trade gamit ang robot mo. Pero yung computer mo, 24 hours po na i-on mo. Hindi mo ita-turn off. So, anong gagawin mo para ma-off mo yung computer mo? Rent ka ng server. Now, this server, itong mga virtual private server, Windows lang po ito, na 24 hours, it would run for you. And pwede mo itong ma-access using your computer or your phone. Okay, tuturuan naman namin kayo din kung paano i-set up din itong VPS. But I think Mark nag-ano siya ng service na siya na yung mag-set up sa existing clients niya. You just ask him. But mas okay din if matuto din kayo, okay, kung paano mag-set up ng EA, na expert advisor. So how to get started? Ito yung mga brokers pala, Infinox and FX Primos. FX Primos, it has a very low spread. Kagandahan sa kanya, mas madaling ma-hit yung take profit ninyo. Ang Infinox, the advantage ni Infinox din, medyo yung spread niya mataas, pero ang disadvantage niya, ang advantage din niya is that swap free siya. Okay? Ang FX Primos swap free siya for 30 days lang. Ang Infinox is lifetime siyang swap free. But yun, malaki yung spread. Matagal ma-hit yung TP compare sa FX Primos. Kayo na po bahala mag-decide kung anong broker ang kukunin ninyo. But for now, kasi si Infinox bago lang na-introduce sa akin, I'm using FX Primos. Okay? So, how much yung subscription ni Amaris? So, magkano ba? So, ang subscription ni Amaris po is 15,000 if nag-annual ka or nag-yearly ka. Pag nag-semi-annual ka, that's 9,000. So if nag-annual ka po, nakaka-save ka ng 3,000 pesos for the subscription. Okay? So of course, kasi noon naisip ko na ipagamit na lang yung software ko for free. Pero may binabayaran kasi sa server din. So hindi rin pwede na hindi natin lagyan ng subscription, 'di ba? So kaya ito yung we come up with the price na annual na 15,000, you save 3,000 if nag-annual ka, semi-annual 9,000. Okay? For this one. Now, for the payments, you could deposit to my bank accounts. Yan po yung mga bank accounts ko. And email the receipt to julius.f.montejo.fxprimos@gmail.com. I do hope na screenshot ninyo. Screenshot nyo po. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I think yun na. Thank you guys. And I do hope na may natutunan kayo. Anyway, yung strategies na yun, pinakita ko lang sa inyo. But once you get started naman sa EA, it's basically i-attach nyo lang doon sa EA ninyo. Sa account ninyo, it would trade for you. But if you want to experiment, balikan nyo lang ang video na ito. I-upload ko ito sa siguro sa YouTube para at least mabalikan ninyo yung ano bang meron talaga sa Amaris. Okay? So ang time frame po is H1. But you could also pwede siya kahit anong time frame. But H1 it is built for H1. The more na i-lower mo yung time frame, the more siya aggressive. Kumbaga medyo magsa-scalp na siya pag lower time frame. Pag higher time frame naman, mas sure yung trades, pero konting trades lang talaga, makakatulog na lang kayo, di pa rin siya magte-trade, especially if daily. Okay? So H1 yung talaga, yung normal niya na time frame. You could change other time frames if you want. The lower time frames, the more aggressive. Okay? Mark, balik ko sa iyo. Before ako mag-answer ng question.
So, if may questions kayo guys, pwede nyo i-unmute yung self nyo or you can just chat your questions sa chat box para answer namin ni Julius. Jun, may question si Win. Can we try it on demo?
Hindi pa namin napag-usapan ni Mark regarding sa demo. Ano, si Win is under your group chat, Mark?
Hindi ako sure if real name niya ba ito or... Anyway, Win, you can send a PM. to me.
Saan ka ngayon na ano na GC sa dito sa Amaris or sa AI Traders na GC? Kasi mas okay if i-chat mo ako kasi pag-usapan pa namin kung ilang days ba yung demo. Pwede naman siya, pero pag-usapan pa namin if ilang days yung demo po. Ilang days yung i-allow namin for demo.
Fair Win pala. Under me pala siya, Jul.
Okay. Okay.
Mas better kasi si Julius may live account na for testing, dalawang account. So it's better to log in na lang yung investor's password para makita yung live trades compared sa demo, kasi yung demo iba kasi yung minsan yung live price compared sa demo na price. So
Then
mas okay talaga yung live account. So it would be better na log in ka na lang sa 2 accounts si Julius sa dalawang live accounts. Mas okay yun.
may binigay naman ako na ano, investor's password, but if gusto nyong mag-demo talaga, yun, maggagastos pa kayo sa BPS din. BPS. So, mas okay na mag-observe na lang kayo doon sa live account ko. Yun siya. May questions pa po so far? Yung region ng BPS is ano, US, NY, New York. So sa BPS naman, you could choose your own, pero yung suggestion ko, yung pinakamura na nakita kong BPS is with Vermac. So si Vermac, meron siyang 5 USD per month, pero medyo hindi siya ganun ka bilis. If you gusto mo mabilis, meron silang 10 USD din per month.
Sometimes lagi kasi yung $5, especially busy yung network like sa US market open ganyan. So sometimes mahina yung $5 na plan. So much better $10 ka na lang kasi imagine you're putting live money sa account mo, so wag mo nang titirin yung BPS. Okay na yung $10, that's only 500 pesos a month more or less.
May questions pa po ba so far?
And if I may add pala, no, yung Amaris kasi guys is built for long term, so you can also compound your account. So if lalaki yung balance niya or kapag mag-top up kayo ng small amounts every month or kapag may extra kayo every payday, pwede nyo ilagay sa Amaris yung account, parang savings account, no? So if your balance grows like few months from now, so we can increase the lot size para mag-compound yung profit. So mas malaki yung lot size, mas malaki yung profit niya. And the higher the balance also, so we can increase your lot size and mas maraming pairs matitrade yung account niya. Question ni Win, hindi pa mahina yung BPS 7 to 11 p.m. dahil sa PLDT hiking. Actually, yung BPS, since virtual server siya, so hindi siya link sa internet connection natin sa bahay. So iba talaga yung server or yung connection ng BPS. So kaya pipiliin natin yung US kasi isa siya sa yung mabilis yung speed connection niya based on FX Primus broker yung if gagamitin natin siya. Okay, pag remote access pala. Kaya depende yan bro, kapag mahina yung connection sa fiber niyo sa area niyo by that time, so sometimes lagi yung remote access kapag connect niyo. It depends lang. Yung isa kasi sa ginagamit ko yung Forex BPS, so number 1 BPS siya sa globally, no? So premium siya pero napakabilis ng ng connection nila.
Pakita ko pala yung performance, Mark. So far,
Pwede
yung win rate.
sa last part. Yung sa my FX book, yung
FX book.
stats.
Pakita ko lang yung FX book, guys, para makita nyo talaga yung current na account, ano ba talaga yung performance niya.
Yung win ratio, yung monthly average profit.
Kung magkano ba talaga yung possible makuha ninyo, possible na compounding niya. Okay. So far, ito yung average monthly ng GPY na pairs, 7.13%. Then ang gain niya so far is 38.61%. Guys, hihina usually ang ang Amaris in terms of pag-take profit pag naiipit sa mga ganitong events, pero nag-head siya. Pero pag reversal na siya, nag-uptrend ulit, medyo matatagalan kasi yung, 'di ba, yung TP, hintayin pa niya na ma-hit yung TP. So basically, doon siya, medyo masa-stuck siya doon, pero at least yung account natin safe siya kasi hindi siya nag-stuck ng sobrang daming trades in between. So far, ito ang win ratio niya for shorts, okay, for sell 85%. For long, 88%. Okay, this is for the JPY and CHF na pairs. Ito yung sinubukan ko, mga buwis buhay na mga pairs. Pero sa recommended na pairs namin, so far, ang average monthly niya nasa 0.15% din. Nasa 11% na siya ngayon, yung gain ng account kong ito. Then yung winning ratio niya sa sell is 100%. Okay? Yung winning ratio niya sa buy is 90%. Okay, this is for the non-JPY and CHF na pair. So malaki talaga yung winning ratio niya so far. Okay, so far sa kahit sa current na mga events na nangyayari po ngayon. Ganun siya. Okay, so may questions pa po before we end. May question ata. Running, ano ibig sabihin? Ano ibig sabihin, Mark?
Running Monday to Friday. Ano yan, bro? APAC time?
Yeah. Ang Amaris, ikaw naman yung mag-set ng anong days ang isi-set mo for anong tawag dito? Anong days is set mo for your trading time, but it would run from Monday to Friday. But of course, 'di ba, pag sinabi nating Philippine time, ang Saturday dito morning open pang US. So in terms of time frame, guys, ganito siya. Pag may open na bank during the time, kahit natulog na tayo sa Philippines, hindi pa close ang foreign exchange. Ganun siya. So basically pag Sunday night, meron na magsisimulang mag-open na sino bang unang mag-open. So basically possible na meron ng movement sa forex. I think ma-hit lang is Saturday lang. Ang start ng trading sa Monday kasi 6 AM Australia yung una. So ganun siya. So Monday to Friday pa rin, medyo ma-hit lang yung Saturday. Ma-hit ng konti.
Pero yung dalawang accounts mo, Joel, ever since nag-start, Monday to Friday talaga yan,
wala akong day na nag-no ako doon sa yung default settings ko is Monday to Friday. Hindi naman siya aggressive na robot eh. So basically hindi siya nagsi-stack ng sobrang daming trade. Nagtanong si Win, wala ni SL no EA mo determine TP and dynamic ni or settings. Wala siyang SL sa cost average na mode. Yung default na modes wala talaga siyang SL. Pero nag-ano po siya, anong tawag dito? Ang tawag dito, yung trail stop. Nagte-trail stop siya. So pag yung price tumataas na papunta sa point sa TP, pag 50% na papunta sa TP ang price, demo ko lang sa inyo. For those na hindi masyadong intindihan yung trail stop. So let's say nag-buy ka Euro USD. Nag-buy ka ng Euro USD. Buy. Then yung ano mo price mo 1 point, let's say 0.456. Then tumaas ang TP mo dito, let's say ang TP mo is 1.0, let's say lang 556. Yan yung TP mo. So basically ang ginagawa ni Amaris, pag nasa 50% na ang price papunta sa TP, maglagay siya ng SL dito sa 20% sa price. So pag hindi dumiretso po sa TP and bumalik, biglang may news, magigain ka pa rin kasi nagte-trail stop siya. And pag dumating sa 80% yung price, yung SL din niya or stop loss, mamumove to 50%. Ganun siya. Running po ng news, wala akong dineposit na account, hands-free siya. Hindi ako nag-add ng any deposit for that one, especially yung CHF and JPY. Wala, pinaran ko lang siya sa news lahat. Pati yung current na Ukraine and US na war.
Yung sa bigger account lang ni Julius, nag-add siya to make the balance go up kasi nag-increase siya ng lot size.
Nag-increase ako ng lot.
11,000. Kasi nung start siya, around 0.2 lang yung starting lot size. Tapos 4K. 4K ata yun. So ngayon naging 11K na tapos 0.05 na yung starting lot size.
Pero hindi ako nag-add for the purpose na ma-manage ang DD. Wala. Hindi ako nag-add ng ganun.
So last few questions guys before we end. Siguro last 2 to 3 questions.
Ano siya, yun yung advice namin, if 1,000 USD yung balance mo, pwede ka magtatlong pairs, 0.01. If 2K yung balance mo, pwede ka mag-anim na pairs, 0.01 din. Or pwede mong i-increase yung 3 pairs. Kung 2K ka, pwede mong 3 pairs and then 0.02. So, kung 3 pairs ka, 0.01 per 1,000. If 6 pairs ka, 0.01 per 2,000. Ganun siya. Then, follow nyo lang yung mga recommended na pairs po namin. Gusto nyo mag-experiment ng JPY kasi mas malaki yung kita, okay lang. But I will warn you lang talaga sa movement kasi ang CHF and JPY are the most, yun yung pairs na minamanipulate ng mga institutional traders. So I don't advise.
So Sunny, i-send lang namin yung textbook sa GC, yung sa dalawang accounts. Pwede ko rin i-PM sa inyo po. Sige, siguro wala nang questions yun para we can end our presentation.
Alright, so okay na ba? Okay. So ano na lang, i-ano nyo na lang ako, i-send nyo na lang ni Mark ang mga needed, and for those na galing sa group chat sa AI Traders Lounge, ano na lang guys, mag-chat kayo sa akin, reach out to me if you want to start na sa Amaris. Anyway, it's lang naman 15,000 for a year or the 9,000 6 months. But ang target ko talaga nito is for long term. Yun talaga yung target ng EA na ito. Kaya hindi siya aggressive na mag-trade. So hindi siya katulad ng ibang EAs talaga. So
Question 3 kay Jomar. So, suggested po ba for beginners ito or the other? Actually, sir, if yung depende kasi yan sa tao. If may malaki siyang extra funds to trade, pwede siya kumuha ng 2 robot para ma-spread yung capital. Pero if gusto mong i-try mo na yung, let's say, isa tapos gusto mong napaka-conservative, you can first try the Amaris EA. Tapos kapag may extra funds na kayo, you can try the second EA din para for diversification.
Ano yung EA na sinasabi niya, Mark, yung sa iyo?
Siguro, yung under siya sa GC ko.
Oo.
Hello, sir. Sir, hello, Mike. May question ako, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ang sa Amari is, di ba, nag-trade lang depende sa mga indicator. Anong time frame yung gamit normally? Siguro late ako, di ko naringgan. Pero anong time frame na ginagamit ng Amari? Is it 1 day, 5 hours, 1 hour time frame?
H1,
during sa
H1 sir.
trade?
H1 yung default.
H1 siya, sir.
Okay po.
1 hour siya,
So,
but if you want it to be more aggressive, pwede mo siyang babaan. Gusto mo siya mag-scalp, medyo mag-scalp siya, pwede ka mag-M5, M15. Pero yung I built this one is for H1 talaga.
Okay po.
Meron pa po gustong mag-ask so far?
Last question na lang if meron pa so that we can end.
Anyway, upload lang po namin din ito sa sa YouTube. Okay na, I think. Ang strat ng EA actually is siya, trend following. Trend follower siya. I-detect niya yung support and resistance. Then tinitingnan niya yung trend kung naka-uptrend or downtrend ba. Then stochastic, tinitingnan niya yung stock. And ano pa ba? Candlestick indicator, tinitingnan din niya. Anyway, na lang kami, upload lang po namin yung yung webinar ngayon sa YouTube. And you could watch it po para at least mas niyo maintindihan. So I think okay na siguro tayo, Mark. Wala na sigurong questions.
Okay.
I-upload ko na lang yung yung webinar.
Sige. To open an account there, guys, for example sa FX Prime mo, so may link kami ni Julius so that doon kayo mag-send for the trading account. Sige, thank you guys.
Last question, sir. Last question.
Sige. Last. Yes, sir.
Last question, sir. Ang mga account natin, pwede malink sa MetaTrader 5 or MetaTrader 4 sa pag mag-open ng account sa isang website, malink sa MetaTrader or hindi?
Yung ginagamit natin, sir, na trading platform is the MP4. So once may account na kayo, it will automatically be linked na sa MP4. Kasi pwede nyo may login yung MP4 credentials niyo sa MP4.
Okay po, sige po. Thank you.
Sige, sir. Sige, guys. Bali, tapos na tayo for tonight. No? So, thank you again, guys, for coming and for attending our event. So, thank you also, Jul, for sharing your knowledge and your EA also sa community natin.
Alright, so guys, see you sa mga next na events natin. Ay, hindi natin na-discuss yung referrals. Wag na muna.
Oo. Ay, i-chat na lang natin sa kanila. Yung
Sige. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.